Good morning and welcome back to my channel. So during today's video we will be using the MORPHE JACLYN Heal Divine Neutrals eyeshadow palette, and we are going to begin by taking the MAC 224, which is this fluffy brush, and we will begin with the shade, let's do Just Barely, and it's the second matte shade on the top row, and we're just going to blend this shade in our crease area. We're going to place it first into our creased area. I'm going to place it on the other eye. And you want to make sure you place enough to your liking, because I did not set my base this morning. So it's still like more on the tacky side, and I want to make sure the base has been set with that shadow. What am I doing? I want to make sure my base is set with that shade before I start to blend out the eyeshadow. So we're just going to continue to pack the shade all in the crease until I build it enough where it has it's enough on the lid to blend. And this is my first day back to work since I've been out for the Christmas break, so I'm kind of glad to be getting back out of the house. Been in the house too long. So now I am blending the shadows in my crease and a little bit up towards the brow bone area. This is a good transition shade for my skin tone. I'm going to continue to blend and add just a little bit more just to make sure the shadow is there and blend it seamless before I go on to the next shade. And my eyes want to act up this morning. Okay. So now we are going to lightly blend again. So I'm liking how that, let me zoom you guys in just a little bit. Okay, so I'm liking how that's blending. Just apply a little bit more, because I don't want it to crease up with me not setting the base. And this one I use is Revolution Pro. This is the Ultimate Coverage Crease Proof Concealer, and I'm using the shade C5, and it's more of my skin tone, which is really good, but it's really thick, so I'm just trying to make sure I set it, you know, really good before adding any other shadows. So I'm just packing this shadow a little bit more. Okay, so now we're going to blend again, and I'm blending in circular motions. So now this eye just wants to run. So now we're going to go in with the Morphe, the brush I just had in my hand. Can't find it. The what I had, I guess I put it somewhere else. So I gotta find another brush because that one is not in front of me. Oh, my eyes. We'll start this. So we're gonna go in with the Profusion S3 brush, and it's this soft, more tapered blending brush. And this time we are going to go in with, let's do the shade Bronzed. No, that didn't say bronze, Booked. The shade, the matte shade next to the last shade on the top row. And we're going to apply this shade right in the crease area and the outer V. So we're going to pack it first. And then pack it on the other eye. See, my eye is just running so bad. I don't get the hang of this thing here. So we're going to just place it a little bit more. I think my problem was I normally don't clean my face in the morning with any type of facial cleansers. And this morning I happened to do it. And it has like been giving me problems since. So now I'm just going to blend it in this outer V and drag it up in the crease area. And the same for the other eye. And these shades are blending well together so far. And adding a little bit more to this outer V area. And just dragging a little bit more into the crease area towards the inner corner. But I don't want it really, really deep. So I'm just dragging what's left after adding a little bit more to the outer V. We're just going to drag what's left up into the crease area and drag it over into the inner corner area of the eye. Just make sure we continue to blend that shade. Now I want to go in with the, can you hang on for a minute, guys? Okay, I'm sorry about that. But I am switching to this JACLYN Hills brush, and I've already applied the shadow. And this is the JH35, this blending brush. And I switched this brush because I want a more denser feel to the brush, and that profusion brush was like really, really soft. So I'm going to go ahead and add this shade to the brush, and we're going to place it in the same area where we were using that profusion brush, so I can get a little more payoff and go ahead and finish this look. Because I feel like that brush was so soft, I wasn't able to build it like I want to. It's good for blending, but it wasn't really, really good for packing the shadow for me to go ahead with this eye look. So we're just taking this same shade and doing the same thing we did with the profusion brush. We're placing most of it in the outer V and blending, and the rest of it into the inner corner. And it's giving a little more payoff. So I won't be sitting here all morning trying to pack with that really, really soft brush. So I'm going to take a little bit more just to make sure it's deposited really, really good into this area. And the same thing for the other eye. Okay. And they are like blending really, really, really good. These shadows are. So now we are going to go back in with our MAC 227 brush and add a little bit more of the shade. Just barely. Just barely. The first shade we applied in our transition area, which is the second matte shade on the top row. I'm just going to pack it back on top of this shadow again in this area, and then we're going to blend the two together. Okay, so now I'm going to go back in with this JACLYN Hill brush and make sure everything else is still blended. And maybe you want to make sure those edges are blended really well too, where that shadow stops on your lid. I think that's coming together beautifully. So what I want to add now, we're going to go in with the last matte shadow on the top row, and that is Cinnamon Roll. And I'm going to take it on the tip of this same JACLYN Heel brush, just the tip of it. And it gives that real deepness, and I want to just kind of deepen up just a little bit more. So we're going to place it right on this area of the eye, not all the way on the outer V, but the bottom portion where the outer corner, but not all the way out. And we're just going to stamp it first in that area. And I'm just placing it on both eyes. And I'm going to stamp it like up in the crease a little bit, since most of it is placed on the lid. So now I'm going to blend in circular motions and back and forth strokes. And then make sure a little bit of it is right in that crease area. So that's coming together like really, really pretty. So now we are going to take this Morphe 505 brush, and it's this more tapered blending brush, and just make sure everything is blended before we add any more shadows. Well, our lid shade. And all of our edges are blended. And nothing's on this brush. This is a clean, fluffy brush. Okay, so now we are going to go in with, let's do, and I'm going to try it without any glitter glue this morning, but we're going to go in with, let's do the shade Risky Business, and it's the third like mauve type shimmer shade, and this is what it looks like. Ooh, really deep. And we're going to place it on the lid. All the way to the inner corner. And we're going to place over the whole eyelid. And the same thing for the other eye. Oh, this is a really smoky eye. I'm liking it though. It's really pretty. And take a little bit more and make sure it's on the whole lid. And then make sure the other lid is the same. Just want to pack it. So now what I want to do is go in with, let's do the shade Birthday Suit. It's the second gold shade on the bottom row. This is much softer than the other shade. And it's a nice gold. And what we're going to do, we're going to pop this on top of that shade to brighten it up just a little bit. Bring a little pop to it. And I'm just stamping it on top of the other shade, all over the eyelid. Giving a little more gold pop to it. And just stamping it. This is turning out like really beautifully. So now we're going to go back in with the JACLYN Heal brush. We're not going to add any more product. We just want to make sure the shadows are blended together. Especially in that crease area. And I'm blending in circular motions. I think that looks really good. So now I'm going to take this this Sigma E47 brush, and it's a shader crease brush, just a little small flat blending brush, and we are going to go back in with the shade Birthday Suit, and we're going to add this on the lid, and also place a little bit in my crease area because I like shimmers in my crease. So I'm going to pack it again, and this time I'm packing it mostly going upwards to my crease area because I like shimmers in my crease. A lot of people don't like it, but I do. And the same thing for this eye, placing most of it into the crease area, and then we're going to lightly blend with this brush to make sure everything is seamless. Because I just want to make sure this gold is, like I said, all over my lid and a little bit up in my crease. Not too much, but enough to show that sparkle. And I think that is so pretty. I don't need any more shadows. So now we're going to go back in with this 505 by Morphe just to make sure everything is blended. The brush that we have no shadows on. And just make sure everything is blended. Really, really good. And I'm just blending these crease up a little bit. Okay, so I think that should do it. I like everything how it's turning out. So this does the eyes. I like how it blended. To me, in my opinion, I don't know if it's the base I used, but I'm going to definitely have to use another base. I think this one was more on the sticky, tacky side, so I really didn't get, I'm just going to say in my opinion, I think I'm going to try it again. But to me, they weren't as smooth and buttery as any of the other palettes. Like again, I said, I'm going to assume that it's this. And then I'm going to try another base and try it again and see if that makes a difference. But I do like that there's little to no fallout. It was just the butteriness of it. I didn't see it, and I didn't get it in this video with that concealer. So, but I'm going to go ahead and show you guys. This is the final look. But I do like how everything has turned out on this look. I will say that. That it did place really, really well. And it blended, you know, well, besides being a little not buttery as I want to be. Again, I think that's because of the base that I used, and it was like really, really tacky. And I'm going to use this palette again with another base to see if I get the same results. And then it could be too that my eyes are so irritated as well, but we're going to give it another go. But now I'm just blending these edges again before we go fully off camera for me to do the rest of my face. But overall, I do like the placement of them with the little to no fallout. Now that was like really, really good. It's just a little fallout. So I'm going to do my norm. We are going to go off camera, do the rest of my face, and I will show you guys my final look. See you guys in a bit. So welcome back. This is the final look. I love how everything came together. I decided to pop on some red lipstick today, and I normally don't do lipstick because I don't like that drying feeling. But I actually used my Buxom lipstick in Toxic Cherry. I've had it for a while now, but it went on real creamy and smooth, and it's not dried out on my lips. It's not a matte lipstick, so that feels pretty good. So I may have to start using some lipsticks, but I am a really gloss girl. I hope you like how this look came together. I did not apply any more shadows. I did not apply any on my lower lash line, but I do like everything turned out. Let me know your thoughts. If you have this eyeshadow palette, the Divine Neutrals, what are your thoughts on the palette? How did it work for you? Because like I said, I believe it's the concealer that I used, but I'm going to try, sorry, I'm going to try another concealer or shadow base. I may try my P. Louise or my Planet Makeup by Yolanda, because those are some really good eyeshadow bases. But until then, let me know your thoughts on this if you have it. How did it perform for you? What kind of base you used? Because I'm assuming that it was the base. I'm probably going to use it again before the week is out to kind of test it again with a different base, and I'll let you know my thoughts on it. And of course I may film it just to do another look to see how it actually performs. But until then, I'll see you guys in my next video. Goodbye.